Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Titin Sriani with IM 3421018. I'm from English for Communication Class A. I'm here to present my journal, and title is Islamic Dakwah Communication Strategy. The source I use is Saidati Ismailita, Implementation of Communication Strategy in Dakwah, North Sumatra State Islamic University. Habib Cangara 2013, Communication Planning and Strategy, Jakarta King Grapindo Persada. Communication Strategy, Definition, Technique, Steps, and Barrier. SMAN 3 di Karang Utara SCHID. Next theory. Campaign communication theory is an activity carried out to have an impact on a relatively large number of audience over a certain period of time and through the series or organized communication activities. Next, communication goal theory explains that is communicating we have its purpose. It's a goal or state that a person wants, achieves, and maintains. Next, interpersonal communication theory. This is one of the most popular theories in the study communication science. Basically, used to see how people in a relationship talk to each other, why they choose message that they have determined, and how this message after individuals. Next, negotiation theory. One of functions of communication strategy is to solve problems. Negotiation is one approach to conflict management at the interpersonal, group, organizational, community, and international levels. Next, discussion. According to Gibson and friends, in Cangara 2013, 82-83, in the communication strategy, the following actions are needed. Number one is the existence of mutual trust in each other. Namely, the existence of trust between the communication and the communicant. Number two, if there is not trust between the communicator and the communicant, it will hinder the communication of occurs. Number three, improve feedback to reduce misunderstanding. Number four, regulate the flow of communication. The information conveyed must be needed by the communicant. And last, number five, repetition is very important to do in order to help communication in interpreting unclear message. Next, communication strategy. Number one, what is the purpose of your communication plan? Number two, getting to know audience. Number three, compassing message. Number four, design the method and choose the media to use. In Dakwah itself, of course, there is a strategy in conveying the communication. Here are some communication strategy in Islamic Dakwah media. Qaulan Ma'ruf. Qaulan Ma'ruf is recommendable, valid, and not offensive word. Qaulan Sadisi. Qaulan Sadisi, which is true word and manipulated. Qaulan Laina. Qaulan Laina is a word full of friendliness, tenderness, that is pleasant to her and touches the heart. Qaulan Balika is a word that leaves scars and into the soul with effective words, so that is easy to imprint into the soul. Qaulan Maisura is a word that is easy to understand and digest. Qaulan Karima is a very noble word. Meanwhile, according to Al-Bainuni, the Da'wah strategy is divided into three. Number one, sentimental strategy or Al-Manhaj Al-Aqid, which is to give advice to Mad'u and service Mad'u well. Number two, rational strategy or Al-Manhaj Al-Aqli, which focus on reason and mind with the aim of being able to think and reflect and apply what is the message in the delivery of dakwah. Number 3, sensory strategy of al-manhaj al-hissi, which is a method the focus of the result of research or experiment. Next, Islamic communication techniques. Keeping a smiling face, wishing face by saying salam, shaking of hands, using simple phrasing wording, balancing voice and tone, avoiding useless arguing, ending conversation with greeting. Last conclusion, dakwah is a form of communication to convey Islamic teaching and values since the time of the Prophet Muhammad. The challenge of preaching today is due to the advancement of information technology and transportation. In communication strategy, there must be trust between the communicator and the communicant so as not to hinder exciting communication. There is feedback. The information conveyed is needed by the communicant, and repetition might be done if there is a message that is not clear. In delivering dakwah, his word must be commendable and valid, correct and not manipulated, full of friendliness, easy to digest, and noble word in communication strategy. There are several things that must be considered. Kesimpulan, dakwah merupakan bentuk komunikasi untuk menyampaikan ajaran dan nilai-nilai Islam sejak zaman Nabi Muhammad SAW. Selain menyampaikan ajaran Islam, dakwah sebagai komunikasi juga dapat membangun hubungan yang bersahabat dan baik antara pemberi informasi dan si penerima informasi. Tantangan dakwah saat ini karena kemajuan teknologi informasi dan teknologi. Dalam strategi komunikasi, harus ada kepercayaan antara komunikator dan komunikan agar tidak menghalangi komunikasi yang ada. Ada umpan balik, informasi yang disampaikan juga sangat dibutuhkan oleh komunikan, dan pengulangan boleh dilakukan jika ada pesan yang belum tersampaikan atau kurang jelas. Lalu, dalam menyampaikan dakwah, perkataannya harus terpuji dan santun, benar dan tidak dimanipulasi, penuh dengan keramahan dan mudah dicerna, dan kata-kata yang digunakan pun mulia. Dalam strategi komunikasi, ada beberapa hal yang harus diperhatikan. Yang pertama adalah tujuan komunikasi yang ingin disampaikan, mengetahui siapa halayaknya atau audiens, menyusun pesan yang ingin disampaikan, dan memilih metode yang benar dan media yang tepat untuk menyampaikan pesan. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.